Good afternoon for everybody out there on YouTube world. I don't normally do these videos, so I'm hoping that you'll tune in and ask for some song requests. I've been playing this trumpet lately at the shop. This is a beautiful custom-made Adams trumpet. I don't know if you're familiar with our shop. Thanks for tuning in. Please share if anybody's out there to share along with our live noodles. This is something I normally do on our Facebook page, but I wanted to try it here on YouTube. Why not? This trumpet, by the way, for anybody who's out there, hope you can hear me okay, is custom-made Adams A6 trumpet. I had a little video on it yesterday on Facebook. Thought I'd do some more playing with it today. If you have a song request, I probably won't know it. I'm sorry, but just share your way. So this horn, a couple cool things about this. One, it does have the upturned bell. So a custom case is a little bit of a challenge, but it fits nicely in a Wiseman case. This has an adjustable gap receiver. You can see it right there. So I can fine tune in and out. Play around midnight, coming right up, brother. And thank you for tuning in. So I'll talk more about the horn in between song requests. Hopefully that's working okay. You can hear it nicely. Let's tap my microphone here. Just want to triple check. If you know that, of course, Miles has the most famous version probably. But if you ever heard the Maynard Ferguson big band version, he has what I call one of the greatest money lines you'll ever hear. I don't know if I can play it, but I'll try. At the end of the whole tune. He does those ascending fourths. Whew, this is tough. But either way. So, if you're out there, hello. If I'm just meeting you for the first time, my name's Trent Austin, and maybe you've tuned into my channel. Let me turn this up just a little bit and turn this over a little bit. I'm here at my custom brass shop, which is Austin Custom Brass. We're located in Kansas City, Missouri. We were in Boston for many, many years, and we relocated recently, about a couple months ago. I will share my site as I put this down. And of course, if you have song requests, please share them. This is our web store that's coming up. I don't really know, Jacob, I don't really know many Christian songs, Christian Scott songs, even though he's my good friend. And I can't play like Christian. If I tried to play like Christian, I did a recording session maybe 6 months ago, and someone said, hey, can you get that sound like Christian gets? And I was like, no, because Christian only gets that sound. He's so amazing. And I tried, and I said, you got one take. That's all I've got, and then I'm done. So Hopefully you can hear me okay. And of course, back to a little bit of what I'm doing here. I always love doing these videos on our other channels. I thought I would do them here on YouTube because now they have this really nice YouTube live feature. Coming right up, Bob. Hope you're well, brother. Is that I do these things called live noodles. And the thing about live noodles is it forces me to think if I sort of keep me honest in terms of do I know songs or not. So let's see if I can turn on, and I'm not ordering a pizza. Let's see if I could do that. Guess we're all in a Miles mood today, which is all right with me. You're not never gonna hear me complaining about Miles. So that's a little bit of my funny Valentine. For some reason, my nose is a little stuffy. Sorry about that. So the app I'm using, in case you all want to know those chords, that's the iReal Book app. I don't know if you guys can actually hear that on the video, but Half Nelson, I do know that. Bob, anytime you're in town, man, please come on up. We do request that you have call us for an appointment just so we make sure that we're here, because I'm going to be doing a bunch more touring now that I'm in Kansas City. It's being smack dab in the middle. Half Nelson. All right, which is Ladybird, I do believe. Yep. Let's play that one. I do know that piece can, but a little bit hard to play without full orchestra. But keep those song requests, and if you have any questions about our shop or what we do, of course, you know, just chime in. This is the first time I've done one of these in quite some time, and actually it's kind of nice because I don't think this is a reverse negative anymore, but maybe, I don't know. It looks reversed on my thing, but I think it flips it around for the listeners out there, or watchers, I guess. That would be more appropriate. This is one of my favorite trumpets in the shop, and it's super cool. It looks like a Grammy, I call it, the mini Grammy. This is the Adams custom A6. We do have stock A6 models in the shop as well, and maybe I'll take you for a little tour, but right now we're just going to do some playing. So if you have more song requests, let me know. So I mean, my ship is good. It's a hard one to play without, again, it must be Miles Day, so. Oh, I must have put the valves in backwards here. Yep. And things and so on and so forth, but a little bit of a challenge. It's a little bit easier for me to play something like a bebop tune on one of these, but I do know that song. But if you have another request, Kelvin, let me know. And thank you for tuning in, of course. And I always love playing these little things. There's a couple cool features again on this horn. One, it has some custom cool buttons. I think those are mother of pearl. This has got a 5.5-inch. I'm just going to keep doing that. 5.5-inch bell, and it's made out of solid nickel silver. So nickel silver bells, one, it's really, really, really challenging to make. There's only a few makers in the world that can do it, Adams being one of them. It's a very dense and thick sound. So when you play it softly, you have a nice rich sound overall. But when you push it, it can get really aggressive. This has a trombone style water keys. Everything on this horn is custom made. It was actually made for one of my employees who's selling it. He has a couple Adams as well as a Gaunch horn in his collection. It's kind of a hard thing when you work at a custom trumpet shop not to enjoy all the cool toys, tools we have at ACB. But I've been taken home for the past few days, and I do have a video on the reverse flugelhorn. Hold on, Jacob, you can watch that. I'll just share that in a second. So I know this isn't that enthralling, but I have a nice video on the flugelhorn. It'll just take me 2 seconds, only because it's in a different room entirely. So let me share that here. Hey, there I am. So the reverse flugelhorn is available, and we've actually had some requests. That's for the reverse flugel. We have a lot of videos online. If you haven't been to, if you're just tuning in for the first time to Austin Custom Brass, our little, what we call live noodles. This is one of the first ones we've done on YouTube. I want to thank you for tuning in and playing along with my craziness, because I am crazy. But I did want to let you know we have thousands of videos, or maybe 1,000 videos, at least on YouTube and our Facebook page. I'll actually share the Facebook page with you as well, because you could easily go there as well. Again, please keep those song requests coming, and I will definitely play them if I know them, even if it's for a brief second. So I think this is the Facebook page, but we'll see. See if I actually typed that in. I did. So I know that's enthralling. That's the Facebook page. So a few things for everybody out there to check out. And of course, if you have more song requests, please share them my way. I don't know if you, and I'm sorry for the beeps, but actually I could probably turn those off by turning this off. There we go. The beeps are sort of a thing with all of our emails that we get or store orders. Again, you can click our link that I put up. Anything that's highlighted in yellow, that's from us. Body and Soul, one of my favorite songs, of course. I'm going to play this without a play along. Anyways, and so on and so forth. But cool. Blue Mitchell. I actually did a song on my last album that was Blue Mitchell influence. It's called I Close My Eyes. That's one of my favorites. But here's a Blue Mitchell song. Let's see if I can play it. I don't know if this will come up. And pardon my sniffling here. I'm not crying. I just all of a sudden have allergies. Let's see if I can do this. This is a tune based on Peace. So let's see if it does double time. I'm not sure it does. Double time swing, yay. Cool. song called Blue Silver, or lots of spit in your trumpet. I don't. So everybody's asking for I Remember Clifford, and honestly, I'm not really a fan of playing that song. But I'll play you another Clifford Brown song if you don't mind. So we'll just switch it around. Hold on one second. And thank you for all tuning in to our sort of inaugural Kansas City YouTube Live Noodles. We do this on our Facebook page. There's a link to our Facebook page. Be sure to like our Facebook page if you have a second. If you like what you hear. If you don't like what you hear, I understand. So here's a very famous Clifford Brown song. Probably know it. You know, they play that on a small group recording, and maybe you do. They play that on a small group recording, and they play it in the key of E flat, which is kind of cool. Not F, which is the key that I was just playing it in, which makes the bridge kind of funky. But sorry, let me turn off this ringer. Let me turn up the sound a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that play along. So, but anyways, we have a little bit of slowness going on. Sorry. Must be buffering a little bit. Sorry. Picasso Cornet is at home, so that won't happen, unfortunately. What do you think of summer trumpets? Maybe an 80J or 24B? What does the trumpet world go for these days? The trumpet world goes for almost everything. And it could be a Bach trumpet, could be an Adams trumpet, could be a Monet trumpet, Harrelson. It doesn't. My personal favorite horn. Is too hard to describe. So probably my double shepherd's crook copper horn. So, but that's today. I like this one a lot right now, but tomorrow I might not. You never know. Oh, I have a call coming in that you can hear that. So, oh, that was a shop question, but that copper horn is amazing, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed playing it. And I'm not sure if that was the second revision, Logan, of the copper horn. It might have been the very first revision we had of that. What's the last thing I transcribed? I'm actually currently transcribing a Peter Bernstein guitar solo and Kurt Rosenwinkel guitar solo. I don't really transcribe trumpet solos anymore. It's not because they're not great, but it's because maybe when I was younger, I did a lot of that. I'm transcribing and can't really play them. That's why I'm working on them. 2 solos, one by each one of my favorite guitar players. So the first one, the Peter Bernstein solo, is on Mr. Kenyatta, which is off of one of his earlier albums. Jimmy Cobb's on drums, Brad Meldo's playing piano. It's a ridiculously great recording. And the Rosenwinkel's on Inner Urge. It's off a live trio recording. But either way, yeah, I love the fact that Adams does so much innovation. And if you haven't checked out the Adams trumpet line, you really deserve to check them out because they are doing something amazingly great right now. And we are probably, hold on, I'm going to share a link with you. We're probably the largest dealer of Adams in the U.S. I think we are the largest dealer. And so we have probably 40 or 50 in stock right now. We sent a bunch to get refurbished for our winter show season. So we had about 80 here, but now we have about 50. We're not selling Shires. We did years ago. And the reason why we stopped selling, that's hard for me to say. The reason why we stopped selling Shires is because the factory was so close to us. We felt like a lot of people were going right to the factory instead of coming to our shop, or coming to our shop and then going to the factory. We might start up now that we are coming. Now we're in Kansas City. Adams will be at Midwest, Logan, but not ACB. At ITG next year, my shop will have a table along with a private room shared with Adams. So we'll have a pretty big selection at the ITG. The ITG next year is in Miami, which is actually kind of cool because I can't remember the last time it was in that part of the country. I wish it would go across, be an actual truly art international conference, but we'll see about that. So, Brian, thank you so much for sharing. I don't know if I answered the question earlier about the Selmers. So, yeah, if you knew how expensive the Chicago show is, you might beg to differ. Those shows are ridiculously expensive. Ridiculous. What's my favorite mouthpiece? Austin Custom Brass mouthpiece, of course. If you're not familiar with our mouthpieces, hold on. I'll hip you to them. So that's how I actually started my shop, was selling mouthpieces. So if you don't know Austin Custom Brass mouthpieces, you could send me an email about doing a podcast. It will depend on the circumstances and actually the sponsorship. If someone else is sponsoring it, I don't think I will. That's a great question as well. I quit playing jazz for about a year and focused solely on auditions. I was studying with Edward Carroll and Charlie Schluter in Boston, and my teacher, Robert Stibler at UNH, who just recently retired. I did a bunch of auditions and did a lot of subbing in Boston. And I just felt like my heart, it wasn't what I wanted to play. I'm a jazz guy. That's always where I've been, and that's where I will be now. And especially with the shop, I can't focus on playing everything. Occasionally, I'll still play a Brandenburg if someone requests, or something else on piccolo trumpet. I still play piccolo, and I love playing piccolo. But primarily, because there's so much to do and run in the shop. That's something that we've really tried to pare down a bit. So I don't know if that was a answer. So if you ever need to email me, folks, especially in regards, hold on, I'll put my trumpet down. If you ever need to email us, that's our email address. So anything shop related in terms of instruments or these podcasts, things like this, lessons. We do lessons here at the shop. Obviously, we have a pretty decent sound setup. This is our lo-fi setup. We have a little bit more intense one for our lessons. This is just a little quicker today. Favorite piccolo trumpet. That depends on the day. Right now, it's a tie between the Shogrel and the Adams. They are both amazing instruments and both incredibly well made. Actually, for years, I played the new Jupiter piccolo as well. I know we have, hold on. Let's see, hold on. I know we have that in stock. So if you're looking for a really great piccolo and don't want to spend $4,000 like the Adams or the, never heard the Adams pick? Well, you must not have gone to our site. So hold on. Let me just see if I can find it. And I apologize for the delay. If you guys have song requests, please keep them coming. It's funny I can't find it, so I'm going to work on that. I don't know why that's not coming up. But we do sell the Adams piccolo trumpet, and I'll do a video on the Adams piccolo sometime next week for you. If you send me an email to remind me, I will make sure it gets up on our Facebook and our YouTube page as well. First favorite jazz song. First favorite jazz song. That's a great question. My first album, I'll tell you about my first album I ever bought was Herbie Hancock Future Shock. That was with Rocket. I don't know if you remember Rocket. And first of all, Rocket, the video Rocket was like a seminal moment in the history of MTV. Amazing video. And it also was, I'll play some Coltrane just next, no problem. John P. Coltrane. No, that's Roscoe P. Coltrane, sorry. If you don't know that video, it's also, you know, it's a great song because it mixes hip hop, jazz, and grooves and a lot of electronic music. And the video is incredible. So it might look a little dated to anybody who's younger, but it was revolutionary. I mean, it truly was. MTV was kind of a new thing, and then Rocket helped with some other videos of the time. So yeah, I played probably every can-steel trumpet. They're great trumpets for sure. Coltrane. So, oh man, thanks so much, man. That was such a great moment for me. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if there's a lag, because it looks like there's a lag here. We're trying to wait very impatiently for Google Fiber to start setting up. So I have a slower internet service right now. Okay, cool. But it looks like I'm like pixelating. It's actually quite humorous when I'm looking on this end. But we're waiting for Google Fiber. We can't wait to get Google Fiber here. Just for uploading our videos. We've been only uploading 720 videos, 720 resolution, but we have 4K options here. So hopefully once Google Fiber comes up, we'll be able to upload fully the 4K options. So a little Coltrane. So how about this song? Let's see if I can, I'll use the play along. I'm not answering a shop call, although I probably should. This song is one of my favorite songs, and it's always in my practice routine. In fact, this was another solo I transcribed a long time ago. I still can't play, from Kurt Rosenwinkel. Let's do it right around here. It's John Coltrane's song called 26-2, which is based on Confirmation. Oh, that's pretty loud. Let's start that again. The joys of technical. It's one of those tunes that if you... I don't want to request an Uber. Sorry. Anywho, sorry about that. You know what? I've only listened to a couple tracks off the last album, or lost album, I should say, and they're amazing. I haven't had a chance. We've been so busy with our move and logistics of the shop move. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and dive into it, but I'm hopefully going to do that at the end of this week. This is not an everyday occurrence for our video sessions. This is something that we probably do live noodles on our Facebook page. And again, you can scroll up to our Facebook page in the comments. And please just take a second and like it if you don't know our Facebook page, because we do lots of posts on that every day. I would say we do live noodles once every 1 or 2 weeks. And this is the first one I've done on YouTube in quite some time. So Ole would be kind of weird to play without a rhythm section. So sorry about that. But I do have a bunch of videos of me up on YouTube here of me playing some Coltrane songs. So check them out. And like there's a nice video I did with a great rhythm section years ago. I'm talking like this one. I'll put it up here so you can check it out after our live session is done. Hold on, I gotta put down my trumpet again. And this one is from like 2007. And if I date myself in terms of instruments, that was probably 50 horns ago. But this is a video I did many years ago. Great band. So you might want to check that one out. Little aggressive. So, and that's actually of 26 too. But again, thanks for everybody who's come out and checked out our videos so far, who's tuned into this best piston C trumpet you've ever played. You know, this is actually kind of a challenging one for me because what I liked would be something that most orchestral trumpet players wouldn't like. And years ago, I think Adams owns it now because we did some prototype work based around this, was a medium bore Bach 211 bell New York C trumpet. It was actually an amazing instrument, but very compact and compressed. But since I do mostly solo literature, it was a really fantastic trumpet. I will say I own a Adams C1XL. That's blows my mind. And if I have to use it, which is not much anymore, so why would I consider doing a commercial? But if you wanted me to, send me an email, of course. So if you wanted my goofiness, I'll do this on the commercial. No, just kidding. I do love my red beans and rice. But thoughts on the Bach Artisan. I am not as much of a fan of the Artisan, even though I'm glad that Bach did that project because it got them to the anniversary model. And I think the anniversary Bach trumpets, especially the 43, are fantastic. I didn't really like the Artisan C, but Inderbienen are great. I've sold a bunch. I think Inderbienen is one of the few great makers in the world. And of course, they sound amazing. So anybody who plays one, there's a lot of great trumpets on the marketplace. And we have lots of trumpets and lots of high-end trumpets. I know at least in our shop we have, of course, a ton of Adams. We have a few Blackburns, even though I think we just sold one yesterday. We have a couple Van Laars. What is a good... All right. Can you play something? I don't know. Can I play something? So highest end trumpet. Well, we have lots of high end trumpets, but maybe the Adams that I'm playing is probably a $7,000 trumpet. New. Kind of Blue asked for a request other than from the album Kind of Blue. And I'll see if I play it. Do you know, let me share this piece. This, if you have some chops, and I hate to be sharing versions of me playing, but at least this is my favorite solo piece. So what's a good jazz horn for $1,000? The one you practice on 8 hours a day. Seriously, if you have and I'm not really joking, I'm sort of joking. It depends on what you play right now. If you have a student trumpet and you're looking to upgrade, that's different. If you have a student trumpet and you're looking to get to the, I would skip the intermediate level. There's a lot of companies that sell intermediate levels. So there's beginning, intermediate, and professional, and then custom professional, which you can't see my hand. I would skip that intermediate level right off the bat. Getzen 300 is a good student trumpet. We actually just had someone come in recently with a Getzen 300, and they upgraded to an Adams. Now, that's out of your price range. But I will show you through our shop. Hold on one second. And I apologize for me doing these links, but these are great ways for me to this probably is the best pro trumpet that we sell new in your price range. And it's actually below your price range. It's about $900. And this is brand new with a hard case. It's made in Taiwan. It's one of our house brands. Manchester Brass is made in Taiwan, and it is really great quality. In fact, it's made at the Carroll Brass Factory, and Carroll supplies valves for companies like Harrelson. So it's a really high-end valve company that makes very good trumpets. And this trumpet, you can okay, Logan, that's another loaded answer. I would say every college is putting out good players. I went to University of New Hampshire. It's not necessarily where you go to school. Well, Alex, hey, Logan, can you answer Alex's question? So does a nice trumpet finish matter? Trumpet finish matters only if it's a different coating. If it's too thick in terms of the lacquer, then yes, it does matter. But that's right, Logan. You are, and we call them thank you. And I'll put that one up for the Flugel person. And we have a bunch of these in stock, except for the satin. We sold out almost instantly. Our ACB doublers. Flugelhorn is our #1 selling instrument in our shop. The satin ones are sold out. They're probably a few months away, but we have the other 3 finishes in stock, and we can ship within 1 day, paying an order. But Alex, that is where I would go without even hesitating. I've taken it on many gigs, and it's really great. Back to your answer, your question, Kind of Blue. Check out that Manchester Brass. It's a fantastic trumpet. If you're looking into getting something like a Bach or Yamaha, you don't want to spend a lot of money. We tend to get those in as well, but be advised that when we get a Bach or Yamaha in, it sells really quickly. So be sure to check our web store link, which is anywhere. We've done 3 or 4 links here. So the Shazam piece is amazing. And it's not easy, but it's a great workout. It depends on what you want. I also have, Jacob, if you email me, I did a Bach partita that was originally for flute on Flugelhorn, which is also beautiful. If you do a couple movements from it, it's probably maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and it's actually really nice. So if you email me, which my email's in here now, info@austincustombrass.com, we'll try to dig it out. We're still unpacking from our move from Boston to here, both in terms of the shop here and also in terms of our house. Hey, you guys want to go on a tour? Best books for jazz education, transcription. Sorry. So I'm going to take you for a little journey now. Let's see if I can do this. I did this last time, and hopefully you can see. I just need to undo this. This cart that I'm using is a rolly cart for our shop. It's a standing desk for me. So we're going to actually take you through the shop. So pardon the shaky camera, but I wanted to show anyone who hasn't been here before just what we have in the shop. So anyways, so if we turn here, that's a testing room right in the back. It's going to be eventually the Shogro room. So we have horns on the walls. We have lots of horns on the walls, and we're getting the shop repainted. So we're going to have a lot more once the shop gets fully repainted. If you look over here, there's a restroom. Oh, great. There's a sock puppet right there. But we have these are some flugelhorns that we have, and I'll show you some of the stuff that we have. For instance, we have this beautiful Besson elaboration flugelhorn, which is their top of the line. We have many more flugelhorns in this because our doublers are actually in where I was earlier. But let me turn on a light here. And if the bottom of this, hold on, I'll scroll it down here, some cornets. We probably have close to 100 cornets in the shop. So, but it depends. That question, Logan, I cannot answer. All right, book is easy. If I had to practice out of a book, I would choose the Arbin's book, or I would choose the Clark book. It's kind of a tie because I practice Arbin page 20 to 33 every day, and I practice Clark studies 1 through 5 every day. If it was a trumpet and a mouthpiece, it doesn't really matter, whatever I had, as long as I had a bunch of valve oil. And I love, for valve oil, Hetman, Monster, and La Trumba. So if you look around, let me get out of the screen here. So if you look around, we have a few trumpets, just a few. So you can see part in here. Hold on, I'll scroll over there. Again, pardon the shaky camera. These are some of our not for sales, like the old Clark Terry model flugelhorn, my Besson trumpet from 1940, my old York Airflow. If you haven't seen that, that's pretty cool. But I have a video on all that stuff online. But over here we have some V Raptors, we have a couple Shires, we have some Bachs, we have a lot of stuff. We have hundreds of horns. I don't need a mute if I was stranded on an island. I'm the only person there. So the only accessory I would probably ask for. Is a working cell phone so I can get the heck out of there. So here's another testing room. Again, I'm actually cleaning the floor today, so pardon the mess. But that table over there are all of our atoms. And if I move this, I can get you over there. So come with me. Yes, if I'm in the shop, you can play anything. The only horn that I ask for people to be really careful with is the reverse flugelhorn, because that thing is very fragile. So like, for instance, hold on one second. This table right here, this has a bunch of Shogrels. Over here at the end is a New York Bach. We got a lot of stuff. Some Shogrel C's. These are all Shogrels here. A French Besson and Marcinkwitz Rembrandt. We've got a lot of good stuff. So if you haven't seen our shop or checked out our shop, please take a moment to hit that, button that takes you to our shop, and I'll share it one more time so you don't have to scroll through all the comments. Here you go. There you go. Take some time. Look, Logan, you can send me an email. We would possibly do that. So let me take you back to the main room. Anyways, right behind me were atoms. Again, sorry the shakiness. Whoa! It's kind of fun, this little cart, because I can actually take people around and show them, the goodies of the shop. Over here, so more trumpets. And this is the stuff that we have out. Thanks, Logan. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being such a fan of our shop. We really can't do it without all of you supporting our shop. So if you like these videos, we have a whole series of free informational lesson videos. And if you go to our web store soon, there'll be a subscribe button on our web store soon. And if you subscribe to that, you'll get exclusive access to all of our new videos that we're putting up, all of our mini lessons. Thank you. I appreciate it. And speaking of, I need to get back to work for a while, but I really appreciate you all tuning in to our ACB Live Noodles. Hope you had fun in our little rolling tour. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, info@austinCustomBrass.com. And have an awesome weekend. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Ciao.